We are back on the bank on what is a very cold winter's day. Now, I did want to go on Bridge Pond today, everyone, to give this stuff a whirl again, but it's actually been quite busy today here at Ravenfield Ponds, which I'm surprised at because, I mean, it's great to see. Obviously, it's fantastic to see anglers out and fishing even in this dreadful weather. Then I did have a look at Burcliffe. Again, that had quite a few anglers on. So I decided to come to one of my favourite lakes. It's definitely up there with Bridge, and that is Kingfisher. And I have had some great memories on here, and I've also had some great fish out of here. Good tench, nice rudd, you know, even nice crucians. And the plan today is to just come and do a bit of maggot feeder fishing and just to see if we can actually catch out, you know, because like I said, these signs of spring coming, you know, the little reeds are starting to shoot, you know, they're starting to get the nice green little reeds shooting up through the water, and there's just signs of spring showing. But as I said, unfortunately, we still are in February, and I still think it's going to be a tough day. Now, I have come with the brolly today and literally using one alarm, one rod. Now, the reason for the alarm is, well, a few reasons actually. Number one, because obviously with it being sort of like the weather not being good and the wind being bad and the rain is going to apparently be on and off, I want to be protected under this shelter. It's doing a fantastic job at the minute of just keeping that wind off my back. Second of all, I've got a nice new cheap alarm. It's probably one of the cheapest bite alarms that I've maybe ever seen in my life. They might be cheaper out there, but obviously this is a very cheap one, and I want to come out and do some testing with it, and eventually I'll do a review for you people on it, because I always think it's one of them where fishing, a lot of people say fishing's expensive, and it can be, but also it can be bloody cheap. And I'm going to do quite a lot of videos on that because I want to help you lot find sort of like cheap gear and sort of fish with cheap gear as well, because, well, the fish aren't going to tell if you spent £1,000 or if you spent 200 quid. Definitely look out for them videos, and that leads me on nicely to say, if you are new around here, subscribe to the Angler Carl YouTube channel. It's free of charge, it really helps me out, and hopefully one day we can do this we can get more time basically to do these videos, because as I say, in the weekdays, yes, I'm fortunate enough that I can get out, but also it is a bit of a rush at times, so I can't visit certain venues I want to, which is not a problem. Like I said, that's why I do a lot of filming here at Ravenfield Ponds, because it's on my doorstep. Like I said, there's a lot of people that watch the videos that aren't subscribed. Just get subscribed, it takes 2 seconds. You can stay up to date with me and everything else. The setup, very simple. We've just got 2 metal bank sticks. One's got the butt rest on, one's got the bite alarm on, and then literally just, as I mentioned, a 1 rod setup today, everyone. And fingers crossed, like I said, we can catch some. So let's see how we get on today, and let's see if we can catch any fish. Fishing, we've got the rod out on the alarm. With the alarm, it did come with a bobbin. It's not very good, so I might have to change that bobbin at some point. So like I said, it is a bit of a rainy day today, as you can probably tell by the awful cloud. Let's hope we can get a bite. And like I said, that wind is literally all blowing down this end. Obviously, unfortunately, it is there's a lot of tension here, and obviously the tench probably won't have woken up yet, as they are mainly a spring fish. One place that I do like on Kingfisher is right down near this like metal grid here, so I will cast out to there if we don't get out in like a few casts. All I'm doing is baiting up a little bit near this metal grid. So yeah, I have seen, like I said, some fish topping in this peg, some very close to me, but it's one thing getting them Also, it's getting a little bit chilly, and I'm very thankful for this brolly because it is keeping a lot of the wind off me, and that is one good thing that I would recommend everyone, is get yourself a nice shelter. So I've just been looking around the lake and stuff and just having a good observation to see if I can see any life of fish, everyone, because it is getting really difficult today. And to be honest with you, that's to be expected, you know. It's one of them days that's tough. The wind has calmed down a little bit as well. That is one thing I will say. It's still coming sort of this way, but just out towards the middle where I was on about, I do see some signs of fish, and I think that's got to be a good sign. Like I said, I think we've had 2 or 3 casts in this area now. And again, I've just been baiting up with just little handfuls. I've chucked a few in over there and a few in over there. What I am going to do now, everyone, just because I've seen them fish, I'm going to chuck out towards the middle. Just because the wind is coming down this way, it doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to catch. I've had days before where I've been the opposite end of the wind and caught, so I just think a change up is probably going to be required, everyone. So all I'm going to do is cast straight to the middle and then down. It wasn't the bestest feathering, everyone. I could have probably done it a little bit better, but hey ho. Right, good news, everyone. We are in. We have just caught a lovely rudd. And look at that hook hold straight in the top lip. Yes, we're not blanking. I love these. I knew that move would make a big difference. Let me just get this out of the way and show you what this rudd. It's so look at that for a fish. Look at the colours of the tail. Absolute beautiful rudd. The colours of that are amazing. And when you're catching fish like this in winter, it is really nice. But one thing I will say, I've just realised the greedy bugger literally took all my maggots. So like I said, get your send down here in winter and you can have some cracking rudd like that. And I think it's one of them days, or it certainly feels like one of them days where I'm chasing the fish. Like I'll see some bubbles, cast over that spot and hope and pray for the best. Because like I say, I've gone back roughly to the similar spot of where I was before. It seems to be, the bobbin's been very quiet. I'm just happy to catch and to not go home with a blank and that, you know, I really am. Quick cold update, everyone. The wind is picking up big style. It calmed down again. It's been a weird day today. The wind's sort of picked up, it's calmed down, and it's leaving like this big toe on the water, and it's, you know, got a big ripple on, and it's all, again, it's all coming down into the bottom corner where I am. As I always say in these videos, we don't have much time in the weekdays to do fishing because of work, but it's better to get out than not to. And that leads me on to a very good point, everyone. Eventually, I mentioned it in my previous video, and I don't mean to annoy you lot by saying this, but I really do enjoy making videos for you lot, and I really would love to go part-time at work. But unfortunately, we just don't have sort of enough subscribers yet. So if you do know anyone that likes fishing, your friend, whoever, tell them to subscribe. Tell them to come and watch the channel and subscribe. And another thing as well, I do want to say, there is a lot of people that watch the videos that aren't subscribed. So just get subscribed. And again, even if you're liking the videos, you know, you're clicking like, just please subscribe. It's free of charge. It doesn't cost you a penny whatsoever. It's great to subscribe to the channel because it gives you updates every time I upload, and that way it's just easier to find my channel in general, and it's an easier way to stay updated with the content that I bring out. So like I say, get subscribed. You won't want to miss what I've got coming up. And like I say, I feel like we're getting towards the end of winter, so we're going through the last few struggles. Quite interestingly, everyone, the reason I'm a bit fixated in that margin where I was baiting up is because I've seen some more bubbles in that margin. So I'm not going to leave it too long. Like I said, I've been very patient on this cast. I've left it at probably, I would say, around 15, nearly 20 minutes. I think it's been at nearly 20 minutes. But like I said, I have seen some bubbles in that corner. because A, I've been feeding it up all day, and B, all the wind is going that way. So it just makes me think that there could be a few fish hiding in there. There might not be, but you never know. What a lovely winter's day. Sometimes winter can be very, very miserable, but today, everyone, it's not been too bad. Yes, it's been cold, and yes, the winter's been bad. Now, what I'm going to do, everyone, I'm going to get packed up. Obviously, I cast that to the middle of the lake, but sometimes fishing is probably one of the most strangest things ever. You know, we had that one rod, and then it's like almost they didn't want to know me, and they said, we're not going to have your maggots ever again. And it stayed pretty quiet. Luckily, we haven't blanked everyone, and that's the main thing. And to me, a fish is a fish. One fish is better than no fish, as I previously mentioned. It will be interesting to see what everyone did in the match, but they're obviously on poles. That is a great method this time of year, but I do love me rod and reel. I can't help it. I'm obsessed with it. So like I said, that is pretty much it for this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I will be doing more sessions like this one, as well as reviews, comparisons, and different things like that. I will also be reviewing some more Westies products. I'm just waiting for the weather to get a bit better, because obviously sometimes when you're reviewing bait and things like, it's kind of difficult to get a fair test in winter. So they are all videos to come, and they are all videos that I think you lot are going to enjoy. So make sure you hit that bell so you're notified when them videos do come out. And also leave me a like on this video, comment down below if you're fishing, what venue you're fishing at and how it's fishing, because I would be interested to see where you lot are fishing at, and is it as tough as the venues I've been fishing? If it is, then fair play for getting out there. It's always good to get out and enjoy the fresh air and this wonderful sport that we do. So yeah, and let me know what you've been catching. And also, don't forget, as I previously mentioned, make sure you smash the subscribe button. It's free of charge, doesn't cost you a penny, and it really does help me out. And also, as I always say, if you're fishing on a nice cold winter's day like this, have a good one. Right, I'm gonna go and get warm.